The expectations for people in a society have changed throughout thousands of years. But one thing, no matter which culture, no matter which time, was kept untouched. It is the unique bond between child and mother. Every culture agrees that in the perfect case, the mother loves her child and the child loves the mother. There is no other emotional connection in a world which is shared as universally. But as we all know, not everybody is lucky enough to fit into these expectations. Sometimes it is one of the two who neglects the relationship. Sometimes both are guilty. And most of the times, it is a lot more complex than what I just said. We lucky ones often misunderstand those who suffered because we can't relate. Art can change that. As I finished rewatching Bong Joon-ho's Mother for the second time, I thought that it is very interesting how this film and Lynn Ramsay's We Need to Talk About Kevin essentially say the same thing while showing opposite stories. First, one might think that they could not be more different, but if you think of them as the yin and yang to one another, there are many parallels that open up a new perspective. Don't believe me? I can prove it. Let's start clearing up the film's essentials. Mother portrays the difficult relationship between a lonely mother and her special child who commits a crime. We Need to Talk About Kevin, on the other hand. Oh wait, it is basically the same. It is the difficult relationship between a lonely mother, as her so-called husband is neither caring nor present when Kevin needs a father, and her special child who commits a crime. One can't deny the similarities, but of course there is one major difference. One that creates the biggest contrast possible. The mother loves her son. Eva does not. And these two are extremes. For the mother, her son is everything she has in the whole world, and she is ready to sacrifice whatever it takes to take care of him. He needs attention at all times, has to be fed and looked after. The mother does all that and worries about him when he's not around. For Eva, her son is what takes everything she ever had from her. Starting with her time, then her memories, and in the end, her future. Everything he does, or so it seems, has the sole purpose of testing Eva's patience. And this goes on to the crime he commits. Even then, he's interested in Eva's reaction more than anything. Both women are defined by their children. And as it happens so often with good films, the visuals support this idea in a convincing manner. This starts with the very beginning. Both films present the protagonist, the mothers, and show them in the same pose. They appear as Jesus, the martyr who was held responsible for other people's sins. And at the same time, they present the key colors: red for Eva and blue for the mother, red for anger and blue for compassion. And the film keeps these colors close to the protagonist. Like here, here, and here. And then there is a crucial scene they share. As they wash off the blood caused by the children, the mothers become water to the hands of their sons. This, of course, is a sign of responsibility for the consequences of a children's behavior. The manifestation of said responsibility happens to be the confrontation with the survivors and relatives. Additional connections can be drawn when the story takes similar turns in both films, as when the son enters the police car, or when both mothers are confronted with the undeniable crimes. As you can see, there are many scenes one could point out, and they all have one thing in common. Their purpose is to highlight the relationship between mother and son, as both differences and similarities show the mothers not only as characters, but most importantly as parents. The best example might be this scene from Mother.
어머가 원래 관가에 경찰서에 들어갔다 나오면 몸보신부터 하는 거야.
아이씨, 나 알아서 먹거든.
이게 더덕이랑 구기자까지 넣고 푹 고운 거야. 심지어 정력에도 좋아.
As opposed to this extremely important part of Kevin.
Mommy was happy before little Kevin came along. You know that? Now Mommy wakes up every morning and wishes she was in France.
Now, while Eva is aware of her problems and tries to cope with them, she does give up at one point as she is too weak to deal with them on her own and nobody around her seems to care. No matter how often she reaches out for help and asks people for advice, everybody tells her that her son is just fine. The only one who ends up understanding how much she's worried about Kevin is Kevin himself. This of course forms her son's character. Eva understands that and takes responsibility for his horrible mass shooting, even though she was the only one who tried to change who she were so that she would be able to give Kevin the love he needed so urgently. Ramsey shows that one cannot be a mother without love, but there is more to being a mother than just feelings. Both sons end up in jail, and so do both mothers. The birth of the sons is what divides these women's lives, and their crime is what reconnects them. This is why both films start with the moment where women get to fully understand what their children did, and only afterwards tells the story of the event. Because it doesn't matter. It is a mere excuse to provoke one thing: the mother's reactions.